Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your end of May 2024 General Tarot update. It's Raina here. Well, I posted a June tarot reading first because I wasn't going to do all of the signs for the end of May, but somebody asked me to for another sign, so I thought, well, I might as well do those too. And the reason I'm laughing is someone once asked me, how can you do like the future before something that's more recent, closer to a certain time. And it makes me laugh because you can do whatever you want, you don't have to, it's all about the intention that you're setting. I could do a tarot reading about what's going to happen in 2025. I don't pretend to be a fortune teller. I use the cards as synchronicity, and I'm mainly an astrologer, so the chart, it seems like more scientific to me based on transits and things like that. So anyway, I don't know if that answers the question in case somebody else asked me, because I did post a Gemini video last night for June, so it's just kind of funny. Um, okay, because I did do Sag, and it's interesting because Sagittarius is the opposite sign of, okay. It's funny because Sagittarius is the opposite sign of Gemini, as a lot of you know, and there's going to be a full moon on the 23rd of May in Sagittarius, so that sets up this opposition, which can affect the seventh house of relationships. And even though my sun is in Sagittarius, I have a late degree of Taurus rising, and so that will fall in my seventh house for my natal chart. And yeah, I mean, but that's for Gemini people. It's like if you have a late degree of Taurus rising, listening to the Gemini reports like online, I'm talking about the more general reports, can sometimes be more accurate than some of the Taurus reports. So the same would apply to you, I guess, with Cancer, if you're a late degree Gemini rising. But I'm not, people ask me if Gemini, if the different rising signs should watch these reports. And it's only really if you resonate with your rising sign that much, because astrology and the tarot are different. So usually the sun sign is going to be what you really strongly identify with. The heart of the matter is the Ten of Cups. The reason I'm talking about this full moon is because I believe that the Ten of Cups can be weddings and happily ever after. So it can be this, there's this finality. The number 10 is the end of a cycle. So it can be like this wonderful, this is family harmony, for instance. Oh my gosh, and we do have, yeah, I noticed that we have the full moon, the moon card. So, okay. So here's what I think. Now, obviously, not all of you are in relationships, so it's not going to manifest in that way. But the 10 of Cups, for those people who are coupled, who are in relationships, with the moon card in the past position, and when I say past position, it might be this Sagittarius, even though some of you may be listening before it, this is for the last however many days there are of the month. So past, present, future, it can all be kind of together. Okay, so I don't want to make it so separate. The full moon can trigger some kind of an awareness of a situation that you're dealing with in relationships. It can also be, and it can be two different things. I mean, the full moon can end relationships, Obviously, the full moon isn't doing it. It can accompany the ending of a relationship, but it can also take something to the next level. Like you might be monogamous with someone, but you really haven't made the commitment just yet. So that can take it to the next level. Um, Also, the full moon, or I'm sorry, the moon card is connected to the sign of Pisces, which is a um, fellow mutable sign. And yes, it does square off to Gemini. So it can have an irritating effect, but it can also attract at the same time. So I'm sure there are a fair number of couples where one person is a Gemini sun sign, one person is a Pisces sun sign. Um, Whether that person is somebody new on the scene or not, I can't say. It might be an old relationship. Ten of Cups, though, is that commitment phase. Is it's kind of like the culmination of everything. The higher message is the Eight of Wands, and this is about things starting to heat up. Wands are connected to fire, so this is something that is more compatible with you. So if you've been dealing with someone who is a water sign, you may feel like you're, so different from that person. And it can be kind of frustrating because it might seem like you're not speaking the same language. So it's helpful to see the Eight of Wands as kind of a catalyst for bringing to your awareness what your needs really involve. I remember I met this man being a Sagittarian, a fire sign, and he was a Libra, and he said to me, he goes, air fans the fire. And I really like that. And that's true. And it kind of goes into that compatibility. So it's possible that you are saying goodbye to a relationship and at the same time one is starting up, but it can seem like it's just coming at you. So it might be even with a Sagittarian, who knows? But let's look at this. I didn't want this to become like a complete love reading, but it is what it is. What crosses you is the Ace of Cups. Now that would be the beginning of love. So the timing might still not be there. And of course, there could be some very good reasons for that have to do with you. If you are connected to somebody else and you need to get out of that relationship, or the other person does. But it's all about not being too negative and thinking that, with the Eight of Wands, you may even be feeling like you've been in this holding pattern, and then life is starting to open up for you, and that full moon in Sagittarius might have been the door that kind of like, what's that term, closes, that closure of maybe a relationship that isn't working, and you're ready for a new relationship, but there's still something that needs to be taken care of, either on your end, or who knows, maybe it's on both of your ends. What's coming in is the Six of Cups. This is soulmate energy. We see I'm getting multiple cups. And the moon card is connected to Pisces, which the cups are water signs or water energy. But the moon also rules Cancer in astrology, so that's another water sign too. So the Six of Cups is the past, it's nostalgia. It could be somebody the one that got away, the relationship that you've rekindled something, even if it's just online, with somebody from your past. And that's kind of like what the Eight of Wands represents. It's like you're going back and forth. The Eight of Wands can be like, you're just really enthusiastically bouncing off messages from one to another. And this could be a soulmate type of situation. A word that came into my mind is opportunity. And so, yes, it might be for relationships, but even within yourself to, oh, I know what it probably is connected to. It's probably connected to Jupiter going into your sign on the 25th, because the Eight of Wands, I'm seeing this fire energy. It's almost like things are speeding up, or they're just kind of going from that place of stagnation into something where it almost, that was kind of what I was trying to explain, where it almost seemed like it goes in the opposite direction, where it's coming too fast. So it's like either things are lagging, or then there come, all these opportunities present themselves. And Jupiter goes into your sign on the 25th. I'm recording this on the 22nd. So this is a couple of days after the full moon in Sagittarius. So it's like, whoa, it really is right there, because Jupiter will be opposing at that time that sun, I think, I don't have my ephemeris in front of me. But even with oppositions, when Jupiter is involved in it, it can still provide opportunity. It just can be excessive. There can be like an exaggeration. So also for people who have been wanting to do something, maybe since they were a child, and they have strayed from that purpose, it might be all coming back to you. So that's what I see with the Six of Cups too, is that it's something that a person has never really extinguished the desire for since they were young. So the outcome card, and I did pick a couple of other ones because I don't tend to end with the Ten of Swords, even though the Ten of Swords could be something that is actually very positive. The Ten of Swords can be a sense of betrayal that affects you, but it can also be the end, that the hitting bottom. That means that whatever is meant to occur that is connected to this issue of betrayal or something like a negative cycle, it's now going to get better from wherever you're at. So it's like when they say it's only up from here. Now, like I said, the number 10 can be the end of a cycle, and we have the 10 of Cups, or the culmination of a cycle. So swords are connected to air signs like Gemini, and the cups to signs like Pisces. And their water and air are very different. Water is emotional and air is more detached and analytical. And I feel like if you have been experiencing some kind of negative relationship, that you'll be able to kind of disengage from it, because you know that it has hit this point, where the point of no return. So just picking some clarification cards. Another card, this is why I picked two of them, because I don't end on the Five of Cups either. This is mourning the loss of something, Five of Cups. But since this deck is faithful to Rider-Waite, they point out that two cups that the person is turning their back to, that could be the silver lining, so all is not lost. But it's, to me, it's also just integrating something that has ended, so that it is not unhealed, you know what I mean, so that you can allow it to be part of your life without rejecting it, without making it part of the shadow. And then I got the King of Swords. And this is about really detaching from a situation. Interesting that they have butterflies above her head. Butterflies represent transformation. And really, this is about taking control of your thoughts. And I feel that that happens by taking control of one's emotions. So like I said, you have a lot of water with this reading, and even fire can be kind of emotional in a more objective kind of way. So that to me suggests like emotional or relationship issues, but also if this has to do with creativity and really yearning for the type of career which utilizes your talents, I suppose it could be that as well. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this resonated. Happy birthday to those of you who are born in the early degrees of Gemini. So the last part of May, we officially are in Gemini season. The sun just went there yesterday, and we'll have our new moon in June. But I just want to wish happy birthday to those people who are born in May. And yeah, if you would like a private reading with me, I have astrological readings. I do private tarot as well. I have package deals. I have different subject matters like career or love. Please check out the link below for more information. Thanks for watching. Bye.